Has certainly cooperated. Beautiful conditions here at the Etihad Stadium. I'm Derek Ray, and sharing commentary duties with me today is Sue Smith. And very much looking forward to bringing you action from the Premier League. It is Manchester City versus Everton.
I think it's so important that both teams start on the front foot, take the game to the opposition, and an early goal would certainly settle any nerves.
And so the starting 11 for Manchester City. Gianluigi Donnarumma stands between the posts. Phil Foden plays alongside Rodri in the centre of midfield. And lining up through the middle in attack today, Erling Haaland. And here's how Everton line up. Jordan Pickford begins in goal. James Tarkowski plays with Michael Keane in central defence. And rather than use a strike partnership, they've gone with just the one player in attack. A game that on paper has a lot going for it. Everton get the proceedings underway. Silva. And the cross into the middle. That's a good-looking ball. Oh, they'll be disappointed. It looked promising.
Yeah, they won it back well there.
O'Brien. Well, credit to him for the challenge, and a throw-in conceded. Idrissa Gueye. McNeil. Oh, it's a really well-timed challenge. Rodri. On to Haaland. On a shot from miles out. Went in strongly, decisively. Dias. Phil Foden now. Bernardo Silva. Well, potential danger. And that is how to block. And over comes the corner. Well, you might say every goalkeeper's meat and drink. Well, you can probably see why we're focusing on this fellow as one to watch. In particular, what do you expect to see from him?
Well, he's got a great technique, strikes through the ball, and sometimes...
It's an opportunity! And a goal! Not wasting much time
Well, here it is again, and this is a great team goal. They keep the ball moving, 1- and 2-touch passing, and then it's a calm finish at the end.
So City get things going again, and the onus is on them to erase the damage done by that concession. Ruben Dias. Phil Foden now. Rodri. That's a good-looking ball. Everton doing well to regain possession. Had no interest in losing possession.
Yeah, just waiting for support.
Idrissa Gueye. And in the right position to make sure it didn't go all the way through. And sliding it back. Such a fierce drive. And you might call him unlucky.
Well, I think from that distance he should be scoring. At least test the goalkeeper.
Idrissa Gueye. Kieran Dewsbury-Hall. And now Gueye. Very alert defending to put a stop to the chance. Oh, it looked really promising for them. Dewsbury-Hall. Well, they could break at pace. Oh, fancy footwork. Real chance. Oh, denied in his quest to make it a double.
Yeah, you've got to praise the keeper for his positioning. He makes it difficult for him, but I'm sure he'll be disappointed that he couldn't get the second of the game. There is still time, though.
Let's see about the delivery. Oh, disappointing end to that. Oh, good idea. Erling Haaland. And a decent save. Full credit. Playing it in. And the move breaks down. Well, you've got to classify that as a poor attempt. A long way wide. Oh, useful ball. Well, he fancied his chances, but shame about the finish ultimately. Mikolenko. Tarkowski. Ball retention is often part of it. James Tarkowski. And trying to extend their lead.
Yeah, it's really working well when they up the tempo.
Well, what's the referee going to do now? Well, he's gone into the book.
Good decision from the ref. He'll have to be careful now.
O'Reilly deserves credit for winning the ball back. Ryan Cherki. Patience and persistence on the passing front in the name of finding an equaliser.
They're really piling the pressure on, aren't they?
Intercepting it intelligently. Garner. Barry. Manchester City have it back now. Cherki. Incisive ball. Can he? And a goal! They've added to their lead. Much needed security.
Well, here it is again, and he just makes it look so easy, doesn't he? Skips past the defender like he wasn't there, and then coolly slots it home.
So back underway with the lead standing at 2-0. Mateus Nunes. And Manchester City moving the ball with purpose. But it fizzles out thanks to that piece of defending. Garner. O'Brien. Holding on to what they have is the priority, apparently. And Everton exploiting the space on the flank. Well, there was impending danger, but good defending. Well, 3 minutes of stoppage time, that's what the officials have said. Idrissa Gueye. And on the ball, Keane. And he did well to cut it out. Can they set up a chance? Half-time, that will do it for the first half here at the Etihad. Well, part of the story here, Erling Haaland struggling to make an impact. And how often do we say that?
Yeah, really hasn't been able to carve out too many opportunities. Certainly hasn't tested the keeper. They often do rely on his goals, so it's easy to see why they're behind here.
So the second half underway, and City left with a real mountain to climb. Nunes. And Everton have it back now. And Barry. And caught with ease, no real threat from the cross. Jeremy Doku. Oh, good vision. Closing down well. And that will be a penalty. This to get themselves back into it. And the penalty is converted. I don't think anyone really questioned him.
Well, here it is again. The keeper thinks it's going straight down the middle, so he doesn't dive. It makes for an easy finish in the end.
So continuing with the game, City just one behind now. O'Brien. Tarkowski. And now Gay. James Garner. Doing well to keep possession. Oh, danger here. Oh, big moment. Oh, it's in. A two-goal cushion now. And the lead fully merited.
Another look now, and you can see he's under all sorts of pressure here. He's done well, though, to fend them off. Really strong play and a good finish too.
So they get the ball moving again. 3-1 the scoreline here. What's going to happen next? City pushing forward with options available. But a good piece of defending to bring it to an end. Might be able to set up the chance. Holland. Rewarded for that brilliant high press. That's a good ball. O'Brien. And now Gay. Effective challenge. I think it's fair to say both sides have room for improvement on the possession front.
Yeah, they're just rushing the passes a bit here. It's all a bit messy, isn't it?
And Barry. Good looking run. And credit is due for that good piece of defending. And City being afforded too much room. Takes aim. And good safe hands on display. Keane. It's with Mykolenko. Showing a great defensive instinct. Lewis. Ryan Cherki. And a good-looking ball. Well, the keeper had to intervene under a bit of pressure there. Given away by City. And into the last 20 minutes. City moving the ball forwards. What can they do from here? Cross could be useful. Everton unable to hang on to the ball. Lovely weight. Taken by the keeper without any fuss.
Will Darren Bentley please meet your wife at the ticket office?
He has teammates around him. And a significant block. Oh, that's a penalty! Well, they are committed to making the substitution here. This to get back into it. In it goes! A well-taken penalty.
Well, here we can see it again, and he's done well to read the intentions, but just can't quite get a touch on it as it sails over him. So close to being a fantastic stop.
And the ball is moving again. 3-2. O'Brien. On to Tarkowski. That's a good-looking ball. Excellent assessment of the situation at the back. Haaland. Now a potentially dangerous position for City. And there's the feed into the box. Manchester City have work to do, but is it going to happen for them? Well, didn't go to plan in the end. Could catch them on the break. Clever defending.
Yeah, he kept his focus well there, didn't he?
He wasn't likely to get away with that. Has eyes for goal! And the keeper takes charge in dealing with the free kick. Rodri. Well, nearing the end, it's not happening for City at the moment in terms of the scoreline. Can they change that?
Well, from an attacking perspective, this has been great to watch. They've moved...
Oh, this is promising soon! In it goes! To increase their advantage! And will that be the goal that ends up securing it for them?
Look at this, he just glides past the defender with ease. But then there's still plenty to do. He's under all sorts of pressure from the defender. He's just about able to keep him at bay. It's a really good goal.
So the current scoreline, 4-2. O'Reilly. Given away by City. O'Brien. Garner. Tarkowski. Bull. Oh, what an opportunity! Oh, a superb save to snuff out the danger! Reinders. Well, wait, don't go anywhere. We're going to have 5 additional minutes. Well, couldn't quite find his teammate. Jeremy Doku. Might lead to a chance. Oh, a save right out of the top drawer. Super stop. Idrissa Gueye. Garner. Merlin Reul. Options at the back post here. There it is! Victory more or less guaranteed now.
Well, you can see this all begins with a lovely ball into the box, just crying out to be finished. And it's a controlled finish, great connection, and the keeper can't do much about that. It's a brilliant goal.
And there's the final whistle, the big headline, defeat for City. What did you make of this?
Well, you can see how gutted some of the players are. They know they've been poor today. Not just 1 or 2, it was collectively all over the pitch. Much improvement needed for the next game.
No two ways about it, he really has brought his influence to bear on the proceedings.
He was certainly one of the standouts, a threat throughout. Just never stopped running, and when the chances came, he took them well.